Investors are taking notice of a stock that's already starting to climb, but it could go even higher. Let's dive in. Here to talk about a stock that's seen a big boost just after earnings is MarketBeat analyst Thomas Hughes. Thomas, let's dive into this stock. First off, what's the company?
The company is Intuitive Surgical. They're a MedTech company. They make robotic surgical devices. They're experiencing some market-leading growth in the placement of their machines, but also in increased procedures. And that's got a real tailwind globally with increased approvals for procedures in its existing jurisdictions and new jurisdictions. So it's just got a lot of tailwinds going for it right now.
Yeah, healthcare in general, very popular industry, and investors are taking notice, especially after the earnings report that just came out this week. Kind of talk about what happened with this stock after that report.
Well, so the report was really good and it spurred a 7% increase in the share price. But what's really significant is that that movement confirms a larger technical signal. The stock's been rallying pretty strongly since earlier in the year. It was flying a bullish flag pattern, which is just a signal of the market saying, hey, look at me, we're getting ready to rally. And then this earnings report confirmed that outlook. The stock price surged to a new high. And now we're looking at probably a 20 to 30% upside from these levels.
That's a very bright future ahead for this stock, but it's really been a great fall for this company even before the earnings report came out. Kind of walk us back through when they started to really go up.
Well, this stock has been in an uptrend for quite some time, periodic rests and pauses and corrections, but basically an uptrend for quite a few years, driven on its growth. It is a market-leading medical device company. It's got the industry-leading surgical device, robotic surgical device. It is an AI play for AI-assisted surgeries, remote surgeries, and it's got a lot of tailwinds in the expanding global population, deepening penetration of healthcare services, and then its own placement of devices. It's broadening its base. It's also increasing procedure volumes. So it's really building and has been building leverage for itself for quite some time.
What else about its Q3 earnings report had investors and analysts so excited?
Well, it just continues the trend. This company is in such great shape. It's got no debt. It's got very low liabilities. Its cash position is increasing. It's building equity for investors while investing in the company. It really can do whatever it wants to do. At this last report, it's got $8 billion in cash, which is up from the previous year. So this all just plays into the investor value and investor sentiment.
Well, let's talk about analyst sentiment for a little bit. I think that's why many investors are excited about this stock. Talk about what analysts are saying.
Well, the analysts really liked the report. The trend before the report was positive with upgrades and price target revisions. That trend has continued following the report. They are definitely leading the market to new highs. The high end of their target range is in alignment with some of the technical targets. So I would really be surprised if this stock didn't continue higher for 20 to 30%.
Now, you've mentioned this a little bit, Thomas, just about part of the boost for this business is how much there's a need for healthcare across the globe. Is there any other factors that could impact this company one way or another? Or is it just one of those companies and a product that everybody's going to need?
Um, I think it's one of those things that everybody's going to end up using because it's getting new approvals in new territories on a regular basis, but also within existing territories, new approvals for expanded uses. Um, People are leaning more and more into healthcare. This company is certainly servicing needs, and it's got the AI factor. So I think those are all just real positive tailwinds for the business over time.
Any advice for investors looking to get in on this stock, maybe for the first time, when to get in?
Well, I'd wait for a price pullback. They're sure to come. You don't want to chase a market higher. But as I said, this stock has got a pretty bullish trajectory, got a pretty bullish story, got some clear momentum. So those pullbacks might not be too frequent and they might not be that deep when they come.
So it sounds like their innovations in healthcare are really paying off in a field that has so much demand right now. Are there any other companies that are getting close to what Intuitive Surgical is doing right now?
Well, there is quite a bit of competition. I would say that most of the large med tech companies are trying to get into the robotic surgical segment, but they're all playing catch up. None of them are pure plays. So that's two advantages that Intuitive Surgical has. It's that first player advantage and market leadership.
Well, thank you very much for diving into the stock with us today, Thomas. You can find more about this stock and many others on marketbeat.com and learn more info about any of these stocks right here on our channel. Watch our next video and see if there's another stock out there to add to your portfolio. As always, happy investing.